Yeah.
Well, good evening, everybody. I think everybody's really excited to get back into some delve and dash tonight. It's so good to see you guys. Welcome to episode 30 of our show. And I just realized this is like our 1 year anniversary of this show. We actually started, it was probably maybe a week or two ago last year, but with us having a 2-week break, we didn't get a chance to celebrate that. So this is kind of like 1 year of delve and dash tonight. So congratulations, guys. We're at a 1 year mark. I know it doesn't seem like it, but yeah, we are.
It really doesn't.
It doesn't seem like it at all. Well, welcome everybody. My name is Michael, your most humble and merciful dungeon master, and thank you for tuning in for tonight's adventure. We want to thank Little Dragon Corp for helping sponsor this show and channel. If you type !Little Dragon in the chat, you can get a quick link to their website and store where you can buy some awesome dice and RPG related gear. Don't forget to tell them that that we sent you. You can type in the coupon code bonus in the in your checkout, and you'll get 10% off your order, which can be quite significant for that shipping cost. So make sure you go ahead and type that in and get yourself a little bit off that order. So last time that we were together, our party met up with their contacts in El Terrell, and they were getting a mission to basically find out what this cult of the dragon is up to. Basically looting a bunch of small villages on the outskirts of different countrysides. It seems like they're transporting all this loot somewhere. A half-black dragon named Resmir seems to be leading this outfit. You guys awaken from a long rest. Franklin, you probably would have had to gone into your shell to sleep all night in the garden because night doesn't get dark here.
That's exactly what I would have done.
So you would have had to have some way to put out the lights a little bit. The rest of you wake up in your dark rooms above the tavern. What would you guys do here at the very beginning and top of the morning? You do know that Onthar had scheduled a sailing vessel to take you guys down the Shianthar River to Baldur's Gate. And he equipped you with horses and whatever other armor and weapons that you guys needed outfitted with. The adventure is yours, my friends.
I'll go get that same tavern we all met at.
Okay. Franklin, do you think you would arrive like before everybody else got up? Do you think, are you early?
Probably.
Early to rise? Okay. All right.
Yeah, probably very early. It's probably like so early it's a little awkward. Like, why are you here? And I just sit down and wait.
Yeah, they're not even done like putting down all the chairs in the tavern, and you're just sitting at the bar, kind of hanging out.
We're Zin and Dusk in the same room.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Tanim would, upon waking up, go over to their door and
I would answer, more than likely. Yes, good morning.
good morning. I was wondering if Zin was...
Look over to the bed. He's probably still asleep, but I'm gonna throw something at him to wake him up. Zen, wake up.
I catch it because I'm awake, actually. I just had my eyes closed.
He seems to be awake.
Oh, wonderful. And he's gonna sort of walk in very awkwardly. He's an awkward person. That's why I love him. And he sort of like has his hands behind his back, and he's just, Zin, I know you had mentioned, if, I'd found anything in my reading, and he's just gonna kind of like pull out from behind his back a book that has a ribbon around it, and just sort of like hold it out awkwardly.
I just like, kind of like slowly just like, I'm staring at you. Not like threateningly, but just really confused. I take it, and I just kind of like conjure up some scissors real quick.
Oh, I mean, it's just like a tie.
He conjured. I think Zin just invented scissors.
Devil knives.
That's
I cut it.
Zin cuts the ribbon. It's a very old book. It's kind of like a bluish dyed leather, but it's starting to fade and peel. Some of the parts are starting to turn like green at the edges. It's a pretty old book.
Pretty old book.
Yeah, it's got some. It's faded, but you can see like the essence of like these arcane runes like carved into the leather.
I'll open it. I'm excited now.
Okay.
I'm tapping my foot.
You start to look through it, and yeah, you're seeing all these runic symbols and things. This is definitely an old spell book. You're not sure who it belonged to, but there are definitely notes in the margins and things that were made by some wizard who is studying these spells and perhaps even trying to modify them at some point, but just didn't really get too far before they either, I don't know, met their demise or kind of lost their spell book.
Well, librarian, bookkeeper. I don't really know what I'm going to call you yet. Everybody gets a nickname, though. I think you just secured your spot on this team, and I'm glad to have you here. And I pat Tonum. I'm bad at names. Tonum on the shoulder.
You get a firm pat.
It was nothing. No, I just found it when I was selling off my books, so I don't know if
Good enough for me.
if you need any of them or not, but and he just sort of like he does the thing like looking at the door like I don't know how to exit a room. And
I don't know how to end a conversation.
because like he sort of like is doing this awkward thing and then he's like, what? Oh, okay, thank you, and is just gonna like beeline it for the door.
Zin, would you like to know? Would you like to know some of the spells that are in that spell book?
Yeah, I'll go sit down. I assume there's like a desk. I'll go sit down for like 30 minutes and read through the book.
Okay, you gonna spend some of your breakfast time reading?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. That's what were you gonna say before I so rudely interrupted you? I apologize.
Well, I think I was gonna say I think it's time to get some breakfast before we head out for the day. So head on downstairs.
Okay. So Zin, you gonna stay up here in the room, just kind of relax, or for your 30 minutes, or are you gonna go downstairs and read it while you're eating?
When he says that, I guess I'll stand up and I'll go downstairs, but I'm gonna be reading the whole way there. Okay. So
don't fall down the steps.
I have that handled.
Wait till you get down at the bottom, then open the book up. I remember when I did that as a kid.
Oh.
Roll down the steps.
At least if even a cat would walk in front of you, you know.
Yeah. All right, so you guys are enjoying some very early in the morning breakfast foods, as it seems like you guys have made your way down. There's a couple other people here, but you walk downstairs to see that your turtle friend Franklin is sitting at the bar, having, I believe, a tall glass of what would Franklin be drinking this morning?
Tea.
Yeah.
And swamp lettuce.
Like, do you put the swamp lettuce in the tea, or do you just like?
Oh.
Oh, you went robot on me. What was that?
No, it's separate.
Okay. I kind of imagine him like dumping this like stuff and swirling it around,
dipping it in like a cookie and then biting it.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, I would go over and sit down by Franklin.
Okay.
Good morning, Franklin. How'd you sleep?
I slept well.
That's good to hear. How's the tea here? Is it any good?
What does it taste like?
It's average. Nothing to like write home about.
It's nothing special.
My favorite kind of tea. I'll ask the barkeep for one also.
That's also my favorite kind of tea. Just bland, right, straight to the point. Let's get some for me too.
Yes, coffee does exist in this world. Would you like a coffee?
Tanim is going to also walk down reading a book and just kind of very, not really paying attention, just sort of be like, coffee. And is still nose in the book.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of stuff to mix into the coffee, though. It's kind of like...
Oh, no, that's fine. He just drinks it black.
Probably.
See, there's also a big difference between fantasy tea and coffee. You might pay a silver for a cup of tea. You're going to be paying golds for a cup of coffee.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't care. He just made bank selling books. He's fine.
They import those coffee beans from the island of Chalt. they come from a while. They come a good way away. Yeah. So
well, they probably don't grow good here, wherever we're at.
Yeah. So you guys make your way and get some breakfast foods and some drink to start your day. As Zin is digging through the book, Zin, there are extensive amount of spells in this book. There is one cantrip in this book. It's the cantrip called Friends. So there's a cantrip in here. There's also a mixture of other level spells. You will find Magic Missile is one of the spells in this book.
I'm sorry, you cut off. I only heard magic.
Magic Missile.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and try to switch back to East Coast and see if it helps anything, because I'm getting really a lot of choppiness too in Central. So sorry, viewers, they might go black for a second, but everybody's going to eventually come back on your screen.
You sound way better now.
All right.
Way better.
Way better.
So much better.
As long as we get Dalton back and Dalton sounding good.
Okay,
There we go.
I'm here.
There we go.
There we go.
That's better. Yep,
Yeah.
Back to the East Coast we go, folks.
We did it.
Jump in Discord servers, live on Twitch. That's what we do. You found Magic Missile. There's also Shield. There is also Alarm. There is also Grease.
Wait, there's a spell called Grease.
There is.
Does it make you grease lightning?
Go back and watch Storm King's Thunder from the very beginning.
In the Goblin Cave when they were fighting the freaking ogres. Oh man.
One of my players
the
on
best.
Friday took the spell Grease, and I was like, "Why are you taking that spell?" And he killed it with that spell. Misty Step is another spell that you receive in there.
Oh,
There's also the spell Web, and possibly, I don't know if this might be the highest level spell in the book, but it's Water Breathing is the last spell.
okay.
It looks like there may have been other spells in this book at one time, but they've been torn out.
Makes sense.
Mm.
Does the candle
Cast
trick to
bending.
get the... No, I'm just kidding. All right, I'm gonna update my book, so just don't talk to me.
No, I think to
Just
Like
kidding.
as soon
I
as
have
I
to pay
saw
for
how
it.
awful the book was,
yeah, to transfer those spells, I think it takes an amount of time.
Well, I was gonna like write down what school of each thing was
sure,
while we were.
Yeah, and then when you take like short and long rests, you can decide on like which ones you're gonna work on, like
Right.
transposing into your spell book and stuff like that. Okay. So you're having a good old time reading through that book, Zin.
Yes.
Basically, you guys remember from what you guys were told the previous day that he would have the sailing vessel ready at the docks, and that Onthar was worried that the time would be coming close to when this caravan was going to start moving north, so he didn't really want you guys to linger too much. Especially
without saying a word, I get up and start walking that way.
okay.
I guess we're moving.
Tottenham is oblivious to the world in his book, drinking his coffee right now, so he's probably not gonna notice that you guys are leaving unless you like.
Zen also doesn't notice you guys are
So
leaving.
you guys got two people sitting and reading books at the table.
Hey, you two. Come on.
What?
It's time to go. We can rail the ship.
Okay.
You know I can catch up though.
Yeah, but it'd just be better if we all just go now together.
Fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure they actually are leaving. I'm gonna take up the rear.
Okay. Kind of pushing them along a little bit.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
You guys. Now, Franklin would not know this. He would not know that he has a horse. So there are horses basically like saddled up outside, like tied to posts. And you guys know that they're there because you were told they would be provided. But Franklin walking outside probably wouldn't be aware because he wasn't there whenever you guys got equipped.
Franklin.
Franklin's probably too heavy for a horse.
How much does Franklin weigh?
Franklin's a big turtle. He weighs like 360 pounds.
Oh, you get some of those like Clydesdales, they'll be fine.
Yeah, they get you a really big horse.
Like a war horse. War horses carry those.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, yeah, you have. I'll call it this.
If I've got a war horse, holy shit!
I'll say it's not a war horse, but it's about the size of a war horse. just to make this work. And Zen, I don't know, how big is Zen? Zen's pretty big too.
Yeah, Zen is a number height wise. I didn't transfer that from D&D Beyond, so.
So yeah, you probably have a pretty big horse too.
He's like 7 feet tall, I think. 8 feet tall, something like that. But he's skinny though. He's really skinny, so he's not that.
So
heavy.
You're gonna look just really awkward on a regular size horse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember to duck your head going through low-hanging branches and foliage. So you guys have horses. They are in your possession. You can either walk them down to the docks or you can ride them down, your choice.
How far away is the docks?
Probably not very long. Probably a 20-minute walk.
Okay, I'll ride the horse.
All right. Yeah, you can definitely cut some time out by moving your way through town on horseback. You guys make your way 7'6", 232. 232. Okay.
I'm not as skinny as I thought I was.
You're not as skinny as you thought you were. It's all that height.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a little bit of extra with the long legs.
Yeah, and the rocks that are in my pocket.
That's it. Yeah. What you carry? Yeah, all those rocks that you catapult.
Yeah.
So you guys make your way to the docks, and you see that there is indeed a sailing vessel, and you do notice that one of the members in the docks, who's kind of loading a couple crates and boxes, carries that same symbol of the gauntlet that Almthar had on his armor the night before. And he kind of looks out towards you and he's like, Dusk! Is that you?
Yeah, this is me.
Oh,
You the ship that we're taking?
absolutely.
Perfect.
I'm just loading a few extra boxes of supplies on. You guys, come on, make yourselves at home.
Okay. Well, I'll start entering the ship.
Yeah, you can see there's probably about 7 or 8 other crew members on here. It's not a huge boat. It is a sailing vessel, but it only has, kind of like one mast kind of deal. So it's not a huge vessel. It just seems like it's a quick boat to get back and forth on river travel and things like that. And it does have...
Franklin gets on the boat. He immediately starts casting mending on everything.
And there's a lot to cast mending on this boat. It's not pristine by any means. Looks like it has seen like a couple of like either orc or goblin attacks, and there's like old broken arrows like in the side of the wood on the sides of the ship and stuff. So yeah, you're casting mending, getting rid of all these imperfections. And the crew members are kind of looking at you suspiciously, and then when they finally like see what you're doing, they're like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." A couple of them like watching you do all this. And you guys are comfortably aboard. The horses don't really want to go across the ramp at first. It doesn't seem like these horses are really keen on getting on a boat, but you kind of just force them on, and they'll suffice. And you kind of make you kind of get them secured onto the boat, and eventually they kind of pull the ramps off the side, untie the boat from the docks, and it starts to move downstream. Is there anything you guys would want to do while you're traveling by boat here, headed towards Baldur's Gate?
So, Zen, is there anything useful in that new book of yours?
There's a couple things that I think could possibly be useful. Maybe. Magic missile.
Okay.
Auto hits. That's always good.
It's always nice.
There's shield. I mean.
Okay. Okay.
That's always a dandy spell. Alarm, I feel like, is one we might use a lot, probably.
Yeah, that could definitely be useful.
Web. For some reason, this guy had a grease spell.
Okay, let's set. I definitely think we could set some scrown rules with that spell at least in the future, if you decide to, put that in your book.
I have to read into it a little bit more. And I got water breathing, but I can't really use that one yet. So
you hear I
can.
You hear one of the crew members. You hear one of the crew members say, "Grease! We got a whole barrel of that down below." He spits and just kind of walks away.
Seems pretty good.
Well, okay.
All right. Since we're on a boat, I'm probably gonna do water breathing first.
Okay.
If
That's
I can.
Definitely a good idea.
And maybe, I didn't get the supplies before we left, so I probably can't.
Maybe we can pick them up somewhere else.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
What about Franklin or Tanum? Anything interesting for the boat?
He's reading.
Mending and reading. All of a sudden, your book that you're holding, Tanum, is in, like, all of a sudden it's in pristine condition. Like, it looks like it's brand new from the day that you made it, and then when you lower it down, you can see Franklin is on the other side, and he's, like, doing some weird incantations towards your book.
The book, the ship, the crew members, their clothing, the wood, everything. I'll be doing this for hours.
Hey, 20 sides every story. Thank you for the bits. Appreciate it.
This is one of my favorite books. It has been getting a bit ragged lately. And he goes back to reading.
One of the crew members, he looks like he's got like some kind of chewing tobacco in his lower lip. It looks like he hasn't shaved in probably like 7 or 8 days. Leans over your shoulder, Tom. What's that there you're reading about? What is that?
Oh, it's just a story, really. It's nothing all that interesting. Just, sort of myths and legends and children's tales. Mostly about dragons, but not all of them.
Ooh, stories about dragons, huh?
Yes.
Sounds interesting. I can't read real good. He's like, trying to look at
That's a
something.
shame. Reading is one of my favorite things to do.
He kind of points to a word in the book. What's that say right there? What's that word?
Oh, elongated.
Elongated.
Yeah, it means long.
Interesting.
Have you ever been formally taught?
They tried to teach me one time, but I ain't got time for that. I've been intrigued by it, though, and now I know the word elongated. And I plan to use that word a lot.
It is a very good word.
Perhaps I can get this belt elongated because it's squeezing my waist a little bit too much.
Tonim is not laughing. This is only audio laughing.
Sorry, I lost it, guys. I was trying to hold it together for as long as I could.
See, when he said that, what's that word? I thought you were going to look at him and say, the.
It was tempting. But...
Can you do me one more favor? Now,
most likely.
Now, we really do appreciate your turtle friend over there is really doing a number on the boat. It looks great. But the problem is, do you see how clean my shirt is? It doesn't match the rest of my my garb, so to speak.
Your aesthetic.
What's that word mean?
Your appearance, how everything goes together.
Interesting. Aesthetic.
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 In there.
Aesthetic.
Aesthetic.
I'll get it eventually. Maybe if I have some elongated time practicing. Be able to...
Do I overhear this conversation?
Yes. Please.
I'm gonna
Please overhear it. Please overhear it.
I'm just gonna cast Prestidigitation on him and make him dirtier, so he'll leave Tom alone.
Oh, that's more like it. Look at that. This one, that's that old stain from that rope I had to put all that grease on back there a couple days ago. That's a good one.
You know what? This is probably a situation where I should have got grease first.
I guess so. Yep.
Well, I'm gonna go see what I can put together back there to work on my aesthetic. Thank you for the kind words. And he walks away.
And Tonim just looks confused. My poor sheltered child is just like, what?
Hey, Dusk, now that you're here, I was going to come find you in a second, but now you're here, so I don't really have to come find you anymore. I know you got mad at me last time I asked you for money. But this time I feel like it's pretty important and it can help everyone, not just me.
How much do you need?
40 gold pieces.
And what are you going to be using this for? What do you exactly need it for?
Did Franklin hear that?
Also, did Tonim hear that?
This boat isn't very big, so it's not like only like 5 to 7 crew members are like running this thing, so it's not huge. I would say you guys would probably hear them having this conversation. You may not know the exact specifics of it, but you can hear every third, fourth word,
Did Franklin hear the phrase, I need 40 gold?
Go ahead and make a perception check, Franklin. You can do a perception. Tonim, you can do a perception too.
So what I need it for, basically I need it for the supplies in order to add the spell to my book. My book is made of wood, but I have to imbue the wood and carve the wood, and it takes time and money.
Apparently, Tonum's really good at reading and listening in on people's conversations at the same time.
It is an art form in his mind.
And Franklin, you also. Oh no, you rolled persuasion, huh? You heard you heard 40 gold, but you're not really sure like what it was about.
Okay, if I didn't hear that, I'm just gonna keep mending.
Mending, okay.
Tonum is gonna close his book and sort of stand up and walk over. Are you in need of coin?
Yeah, I mean, in order for me to copy the spells from the book, I have to use money to like buy the supplies, materials, and like inks that I have to use specifically for the writing of the stuff. And I'm really just trying to write one spell right now. I was going to worry about the rest later, maybe.
Well, how much would you need for the spells you are intending to copy?
I didn't even like read that, or not read, but I didn't figure that out yet. I literally just read the one spell so far. It's hard to decipher this other person's writing. I got like the titles at the top.
Tonum is going to reach. He has a pocket. He has a coin purse sort of up on his chest in a pocket, sort of like in his doublet or whatever the heck he's wearing. I don't even remember. His robes, that's what he's wearing. And is going to open it and count out 50 gold and just hand it over.
All right, thanks. I walk away. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go start carving. I'm not gonna be able to finish it because I don't have the inks, but I'm gonna start carving.
Okay.
Stuff.
Yeah, because your spellbook's made out of wood, correct?
Right. So I carve out these symbols and then I fill them with ink and
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Very intricate process he's got going on. Nice. I like it.
Now Tonum, be very careful about lending him some money. He'll just keep coming back and asking for more. He's not very good about saving money. Just want to be.
Oh, I'm.
So you know.
Not worried.
Okay.
No, that wasn't a loan. That was a gift. I didn't realize that he would need more in order for the book to be useful. So, seems only fair.
So you guys are continuing to travel. We can fast forward a little bit if you guys want to.
It's fine with me.
The captain, his name is Philip. He comes up to you guys, and he was the one that was kind of loading up a little bit and saw you guys at first. Definitely a little bit cleaner and more put together than the rest of the crew, obviously, now that you've created an aesthetic elongated monster out of one of the crew members. His
aesthetic is elongation.
Yes, that's it. He basically asks you what you guys would prefer. If you basically dock and anchor like near shore during the evenings, it'll take you 3 solid days to get to Baldur's Gate. He says they don't really have anywhere else to go, so they're okay with just pushing through and just sailing through the night as well to get there. That'll take you 2 days. But he will probably take that 3rd day, and he and his crew will probably just stay that day at Baldur's Gate before basically turning around and heading on back upstream.
I mean, I think if the faster you can get us there, the better, so.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he basically agrees to go forth with all that, which is interesting because in the book it says it's a sailing vessel on a river. How does it get back upstream? I guess maybe they have oars.
They would have to have oars, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it could sail down.
It depends on what way the wind is blowing if it's sailing.
Yeah, if it's sailing, I guess it could be able to sail back upstream.
Yeah. Normally they do also have oars, though.
We would say that this
or a mage on
they
board.
They have magic.
Yeah, magic. It's magic. That's right.
Their magic changes the current.
That's it.
The other direction.
It has one of the. It's a steam engine in there too. It just.
This isn't real life.
Yeah. We'll make it up as we go. So you
It
guys...
has a jet water propulsion unit?
That's it. Everybody has a hoverboard.
Oh, awesome.
A +1 hoverboard of hovering. Awesome.
Does the +1 mean it can go an extra foot off the ground?
That's about it, yeah.
Is there a hoverboard of not hovering?
It's called a board.
There might be.
That's just a
there
board,
might
buddy.
be. That's it. It's just a board.
All of them. It's just a board. This whole ship is made of them.
So 2 days pass. Seems like without an issue. You guys, the crew gets you there very quickly. You guys arrive just a little south of Baldur's Gate. Basically, they have... Well, that's weird because that river actually goes right beside Baldur's Gate. There is kind of like this huge bay there. So you guys would actually make your way to Baldur's Gate. I don't know why it looks so far away on the map. I think it should be pretty much that dot should be directly by the river as it comes down. You guys can see what the city of Baldur's Gate is kind of situated on around these like big. There's a big mountain kind of like in between it here. I'll go ahead and shift you guys over to a new map so you guys can see what Baldur's Gate looks like. So we're gonna take.
Also, we don't have the labels that say Baldur's Gate, Field of the Dead.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep.
Just so you know.
Well, you don't have to have the Fields of the Dead one. I'll leave that one be.
No, but I just wanted you to know that we didn't,
There
you know,
we go.
we didn't have the dot to which you were referring.
I'm gonna move you over here anyway, so we can see this. Man, my roll 20 is slow tonight. Gosh.
Mine was 2.
Real slow. So there's Baldur's Gate. You can see there's like these massive mountains kind of in between what is the outer city and what is like the lower and upper city that's within the walls of the actual city itself. You guys make your way, you actually sail underneath this bridge down here at the bottom, and you dock somewhere within these docks to the lower city. This place, if El Terrell was like the best and nicest city you've ever seen, Baldur's Gate is one of the most grotesque and disgusting cities you've ever seen. I'm talking like trash and refuse in the streets. There are some parts that are kind of clean, but even the clean parts are basically filled with what seems to be filthy people. They may not be dirty on the outside, but they sure are dirty on the inside. This place is not the place where you want to be left alone at night. And it's definitely you guys have heard rumors of Baldur's Gate. It can be pretty skittish. Maybe Franklin probably hasn't heard rumors of Baldur's Gate, but
Have we been here before? Dusk and I?
Dusk probably has. I don't know if he's been here with you. I don't know. It just depends.
Would Tonham have been here before?
I don't know. That would be up to you. I don't know if his family would have or not.
Tonham and his family, they might have would steer clear from Baldur's Gate unless there was some kind of
Probably.
intriguing trade type thing that was
Yeah.
going on.
If there was some illicit deal they could do, though, they might have.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate is a center for trade because it's actually positioned on a really good spot. It kind of links a lot of different countries' trade together. To the south, you've got, I think it's called Amn from the south, which basically transfers a lot of goods up here to Baldur's Gate. And you've got all the big-time cities like Neverwinter, Waterdeep up north that kind of send things down this way. So it's really good for
My
trade.
guess is his family has connections, but he's never been here.
Oh, yeah. So that makes perfect sense. And you guys, Doc, Philip basically wishes you well. He helps you get your horses off onto the docks. You hear that one individual. It's like, oh, he's like yelling at one of his other. You just need to elongate that rope a little bit right there. That's it. And wrap it with that. He kind of just winks at Tonham as Tonham's getting off the ship.
I'm assuming the gear, like the studded leather armor and the heavy crossbow, was on the ship when we got there.
Oh yeah. Your stuff that was
So I would've
promised
put all
to
that
you.
stuff on.
Definitely, yeah. This Onthar is an honest individual. He basically made sure that you got anything within reason that you had asked for.
Okay.
$1 million.
Probably would
make
have left
sure-
my leather armor too on the ship. So
Okay.
I make sure to tuck my coin purse thing away in my robes.
Okay.
I tuck it back behind there.
Yeah, it's definitely not a place where you want to just like whip out your wallet and show everybody how much coin you got.
Yeah.
And if you guys remember that your Onthar gave you a contact. I think his name was Celeban.
Yep.
Akin Celeban. And he runs a kind of shipping, basically jack of all trades kind of shipping store to the north end of the gates of the city, called Celeban Services. And that's where they told you to go, because he does really good business here, because they do not allow wagons to go through the city, because the roads are really skinny and most of them get damaged really easily, and wagons get stuck like they used to get stuck all the time. So they don't do any wagons or anything like that going through the city. They don't allow the caravans through. So basically, when some of these caravans get here, they basically have to box up all their stuff. They hire these agencies to box up all those stuff, and they literally carry it through town to the other side and load up a brand new caravan and head up and go north. It seems
That's just asking to be stolen.
It seems ridiculous, I know, but it's like it seems ridiculous. But it helps for the economy, because it gives some of these individuals that are just laborers that work on the outside of the city something to do. Like, they just carry boxes all day. Like, and they get paid to do that.
As we're exiting the ship, I'm gonna stop everyone. Once we get off the ship, everybody just be careful. Watch your possessions here.
Hide your coin purses.
This is a city that, if you haven't been here before, will rob you blind if you're not careful.
Hey, Dusk, I know you've been here before. Do you know a magic shop where I could get ink?
Do I know of a magic shop that you could get ink from?
You don't
Or
necessarily.
any shop that can get special ink from?
Does it have to be special ink?
It's like magically infused, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's like a magically infused ink. That's why it's really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have any of this ink? You wouldn't have any on you?
Not 150 gold's worth of it, probably.
That's how much you need of it? 150? I see. I thought you just needed like
It's
regular
expensive.
ink.
Well, the gold is used for your supplies when you are doing your spell transferring.
Okay.
So I didn't have any supplies.
Isn't it like 50 gold per
On me?
spell level?
Yeah.
So a third level spell would be 150. That's why he needs that much.
Okay. Well, I would say you would have that on you right now. But if you do that for that spell, you'll pretty much be all out, because Dust has no idea where you'd get magical ink in Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So it absorbs the gold, but I had it ready.
You had it, yes. You already had
Okay.
it. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then that's what I would have been doing on those 3 days.
Okay. Well, it'd be 2 days.
2 days,
Yeah,
sorry.
you did get 2 days worth of transference over.
All right, well, then once I explained all that, I would start leading. Of course, everybody try and stay close together. And do they allow people to ride horses in the city? I can't. I don't.
They will allow you to kind of walk them through. They don't really allow you to ride on them. Most of the time, the gates, like if you're coming through the gates, a lot of times they won't let you with the horses. But since you guys were on a ship, the only way to get your horses off would be on the docks, which is inside the city. So they'll allow you to kind of pull them out, but they're not going to let you like just kind of get on the back of them and ride them through the city.
Okay. Then I will start leading towards the Black Gate.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah.
Do the horses have names?
The horses have what?
Do the horses have names?
Good question. What would your horse's name be, Tana?
That's a good question. That's why I asked you first.
I'll let you guys name your horses.
Okay, give me 2.
Franklin casts speak with animals and asks his horse his name.
Good one.
Dusk probably wouldn't name his horse.
Your horse is female, and it says
Fine.
it says, "My owner used to call me Ivy."
Is that what you want to be?
I mean, I really didn't pick the name Ivy, but I don't know what else I could be called.
What do you want to be called?
I do like dandelion much better than ivy.
Fine, it is. Just made the DM name my horse for me.
Oh, you guys, I tell you. Yes.
Zin also does not name his horse.
I try to put you guys on the spot, and then you find some way to shovel it back into my face. I love it.
Hey, I happen to have speak with animals prepared, so.
That's it. All right. So Franklin has got his horse Dandelion. And really, it doesn't. It's the middle. It's basically early morning when you guys arrive, so it's daylight here. You notice that the farther away you got away from El Terrell, the darkness of the night settled back in. So this is. You can still see that low-hanging star in the distance, but it doesn't continually bathe you in sunlight all the time. And you guys make your way to the Black Gate, which is just the name for the northern gates of the city. And it seems like when you get to the Black Gate, this place is packed and busy and crazy. It looks like this is where everybody brings all the gear and stuff, and they're boxing things back up, and they're preparing things. And it looks like there's another caravan getting set up. You see wagons all around being repaired and greased, and boxes being loaded in the back of different wagons, and horses being horseshoes being attached to the bottom of horses and stuff like that. This is just chaos, absolute chaos here at the Black Gate. There are buildings everywhere up here. It looks like local businesses that are profiting from this this caravan, basically area where they pack everything up.
Well, I would stop, and if I'm assuming there's guards around.
Yeah, there are plenty. Yeah, they're kind of just like standing around, just watching everything, just keeping an eye out for anything fishy.
Unless I know where the shop is, I'm gonna ask one of them where Celeban's shop is.
He kind of just looks over and just bobs his head over towards the other side of the road there, and you can see there's a sign, Celeban Services, hanging above a half stone, half wooden, elongated building.
I'm sorry, guys.
It looks like it was once a much larger like stone building, but then they just added on and put, with wood off the edge.
Mm-hmm. I'll thank the guard and I'll start heading everybody over there.
Okay. You guys can see that there is several people working here. Looks like a couple people were outside, like fixing a wagon wheel. Seems like one individual is standing next to him. He's got a rag and he's kind of wiping all this grease off of his hands onto a rag. He's got his sleeves pulled up and looks over towards you. Hey, what you looking for? Need some help?
Yeah, we're friends of Leosin. We were told to come and see you about some work.
Oh, Leosin, how's that old bugger doing?
He's pretty well. Doing his own thing, of course, still, but
Oh yeah,
he's doing pretty good.
he never really tells you too much, just enough, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
It is very true.
it's nice to meet you. I'm Akin, and he holds out his slightly greased hand. He kind of cleaned some of it out. He holds it out to shake yours.
I'll take his hand. I'm Dusk. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And who are all these individuals with you?
This is my traveling company. This is Zen, Franklin, and Tonham.
Oh, nice to meet all of you. Well, what's Leosin need from me to help you all out? He's usually
just
sending
some-
people all the time for favors.
Basically, just there's gonna be a before we start talking about this, pull him over to the side and make sure no one's listening or anything.
Okay.
But there's supposed to be a caravan coming through, and we just want to be the ones to help transport that caravan, you know?
Yeah, that might be the caravan we're working on now. It's a pretty large one headed north here. Honestly, you guys made it just in time. Within probably by the evening, this thing will be pulling out. We're just putting the finishing touches. It seems like those other service agencies over there are just strapping down the last of the boxes. Do you have any kind of you're just looking to be guards? Is that what you're looking for?
That would work. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you tell me what the leader of this caravan looks like? Have you seen them?
Well, it's just a bunch of merchants kind of traveling together. I don't know if they necessarily have a leader per se, but they are traveling together and sharing responsibilities. A whole different variety of them. There was a group though there, the ones down there in the road. You see those ones over there? And he kind of just like bobs his head, not like pointing, but kind of bobs his head down there. It looks like there's 5 really large wagons that are being the boxes are strapped to the wagons and they're being kind of covered in like a tight canvas. Like most of the other wagons, they've got their boxes stacked up and they're strapping them down, but a lot of them aren't like really hiding anything, but these first 5 large wagons seem to be like covering everything up and really taking an extra effort. And they're kind of doing things on their own, which is strange. A lot of the other people are having the people that they paid to carry these things kind of load them up for them, so they're actually paying for the services. And these 5, for some reason, are not.
Are those with this caravan, with the one that would be guarding?
Oh yeah, absolutely, yes, yeah.
Okay.
I know. I tried to talk to some of them, but they were just really short. They just one of the wagons. They purchased the wagons. We got them all set. Not much of a word else. It seemed like they're doing their own hiring. I don't know if that's going on, but I do know of 4 others that are looking for guards. If you're in the business of guarding one of these merchants.
We're just trying to, if you can get us in with that group, that would be preferred.
Well, I hate to tell you, but I don't know even one of our names. I do know that man over there. And he points over to a human that seems to be kind of getting things ready. This guy's got a huge smile on his face. Like, enormous smile. He looks like he's had the happiest day of his life. That's
So he's smiling like Franklin.
yeah, exactly. He's like an enormous smile on his face. He's kind of like petting a horse that's attached to a wagon. That's Samerdag the Hoper. At least that's how he introduced himself to me. Apparently he's transporting some really fine porcelain plates and china from down south. He's taking it up north to Waterdeep. I'd never seen the guy not smile. I mean, who wouldn't want to work for a guy like that? I don't know. That woman over there, and he points across the way, and it looks like what you would recognize as a moon elf, kind of like a deep, almost like a light bluish lavender skin. Her, on the other hand, she's a little impatient, but she's transporting this like really expensive exotic wood that came in from a ship from the jungles of Chalt. She's taking it up there to Waterdeep as well. They got that guy over there. His name's Nahite. He's got boxes and boxes of Kalashite silk that he's taken to Waterdeep. He says he's gonna get filthy rich. I don't know. And that guy over there, that dwarven fellow, that's Lai. He's got all kinds of expensive perfumes and scented cooking oils loaded up in his wagon. He won't shut up about money. It's all he talks about is gold and cash and money. I don't know. If you ask me, he seems a little selfish.
Well, we'll talk about this between us. We'll get back to you. How about that? Sound good?
Hey, man, you know what? I don't really set up the guards. I mean, you'll have to probably talk to the merchants themselves. So, it's totally up to you what you do from this point.
Okay. Thank you for the information.
Hey, you're welcome. Anything we can help you with the trip? Any kind of traveling supplies or rope or grease?
Y'all sell magical ink?
Magical ink? What does this place look like?
You said anything, I was just...
No. I've got, this rope can be magical and it can save your life if you need to climb a cliff.
I conjure up my own rope.
I don't think this is the place. Again, thank you for your time. I'm gonna hand him 5 gold.
Okay.
And now, of course, we didn't have this conversation, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you for your time again.
Pockets the 5 gold. Just walks away, continues to wipe his hands, and then starts to like boss some other people around, telling them what to do.
Alright. So it looks like we're gonna have to try and find a way to get hired for... Hopefully they're looking for some guards.
Do you want me to go talk to the front people?
Do you think you can handle that?
I think I could get them to let me guard their caravan.
Well, it's not just you. You gotta get all of us.
Right, but I think I could get them.
Alright, if you think you can do that, we'll let you try it first.
They're people that like to talk short. I talk short too, so I think it'll be good.
Alright. So we're just gonna let Zen take the lead then.
Zen's gonna take the lead on this? Okay.
I'm going up to the caravan that we wanted to be a part of.
So you're basically going to the first 5 wagons that are kind of put together and getting ready to take off, okay? Alright. Are you going by yourself, or is the whole group kind of coming with you?
No, I'm gonna stay behind him.
Yeah, I'm leading them.
Yeah.
You guys are coming too, Franklin and Tottenham?
Yeah, might as well.
We're going. I'm going.
I've also been spending this time like forehead to forehead with my horse, like looking into its eyes, and like right as this is happening, he kind of stands back up, Skyla, and then just follows the group.
Nice.
Is your horse a boy or a girl?
It is a girl.
That's not up to you. It's up to the DM.
I will allow it.
Gender construct.
Naming your horse is probably not a good idea because... never mind. I'll let you learn later.
I know of mortality.
Well, it's more that we're probably just going to leave it on its own for a very long time by itself, and it's going to forget who we are.
Poor horses in Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
They just keep getting left places. Cool. So you guys are approaching the first 5 wagons. What would you like to do, Zip?
Is there anybody that looks like the leader?
You don't see anybody that looks like a leader. They all look really normal. Like, just normal human individuals wearing just basically common clothes.
I'm gonna just walk up to a random person. I'm just gonna take my pick and walk up.
Okay, yeah, he's kind of looks like he's getting one of the like just securing one of the ropes around canvas and just making sure that everything's set, double checking, making sure things are ready to go on the last of the wagons. He looks towards you, kind of has to look up at you a little bit. Can I help you?
Hey there, we're just looking for a caravan to defend. We'll do it for free if you want us to.
For free? What idiot?
Yeah.
What idiot takes on a job for free?
Well, see this one behind me here that was just face to face with the horse?
He looks behind you a little bit. Does he know you? Like, you're like, he can hear you. You're like,
I know. I don't care what anybody really thinks of what I say about them. See the turtle?
How could you miss him? I see him.
Could I happen to be casting mending on the wagon right?
Wait, hey, whoa. He kind of, he has his hands out towards you, and he's like, he almost kind of like,
he likes to repair things. He likes just repairing random things.
Just stay away from the wagon, okay?
I don't stop. I keep going. Social.
You know what? You guys, nope. We don't need your help. We've got it covered.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. Yeah, just get your friend away from our wagon.
What if we walked beside the wagon? We weren't actually just, like, leading you. See, so the one that had their face with the horse, they're trying to prove to their family that they can be a good adventurer. And we promised them that we would somehow help them go on an adventure. And this is us trying to get the adventure that they needed safely. And I know if people see us, they will probably say that group is by no means qualified and therefore should not be paid to defend the caravan. But I am telling you, at least two of us are very good at defending caravans.
He looks back at Tottem.
Tottem is gonna smile and wave.
Looks back at Zin and is like, listen. Okay. Nice, sad sob story. Look at me, crying in my oatmeal. I don't need your help. We don't need your help. We are perfectly fine. We can guard this caravan ourselves. And then you see him, like, reach down up the side of the, like, just tucked inside the wagon. He pulls out what looks like a sheathed sword and just holds it kind of to his side. Looks like a scimitar. You see, we can take care of ourselves.
What about magical protection?
What kind of magical protection?
I conjure a ball, and then I toss it in the air, and before it hits the other hands, I conjure it into a pyramid in my hand. On the other hand.
Tonim he sort of in one hand has his orb, and in the other is just going to minor illusion, like frost just wrapping around his hand.
Interesting. He's looking at both of you and he's like, so, we get attacked and by a bunch of bandits on the way. You're going to build a pyramid?
Do you want to see what I could do?
He smiles. Eventually you hear someone yell from a distance. And it looks like a guy a few caravans up is like calling for this individual. And the individual looks over his shoulder and kind of waves towards him and says, hey, look, guys, I really do appreciate the offer. I don't think we need your kind of help.
He needs our help. He said that we could help you guys. We're on the caravan.
Oh, Jesus.
I heard him.
The guy a couple caravans up starts walking closer to you with a very puzzled look on his face, and he's got like a handlebar kind of mustache going on that kind of hangs down, and he's got a really tight shaved head, and he walks up to you guys and is like, "What's going on? Who are you?"
We're your new guards.
We have plenty of guards. We don't need any more. So if you would please turn around and make your way away from this caravan.
We heard you were lacking in magical protection.
Who told you that?
The streets have ears.
Well, apparently the streets are deaf around here because that's not something that we need any help with here. We've got it covered. He kind of gives you a wink and puts his hand on his friend's shoulder and is like, "I need your help." And he pulls him away and starts moving him up towards one of the other caravans. They kind of both like just give one last glance over their shoulder towards you. Very short, very cold-shouldered as they make their way away from you.
I tap the caravan as they turn around.
Away.
You what?
I wild shape into a tiny spider, and
You wild shape into a tiny spider? You broke up on me, Dalton. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I follow them in the shape of a tiny spider.
You're following them, or you're getting on the back wagon?
I'm following.
Want to switch back to Central?
Yeah, I might have to switch back to Central. You keep breaking up on me.
I just tap the wagon very passive-aggressively.
Okay. The one guy kind of stops, gives you a dirty look, and then basically gives you the equivalent of the Faerun middle finger.
All right, as he turns around to keep walking, I conjure a box right next to his foot so that he can trip over it. Please let him trip over it.
You make a dexterity saving throw. He does trip over it. He trips over this box. He's like, "Oh, where'd that come from? They forgot to load that one." If he trips over it, does it disappear or is it still there?
Did he do damage when he tripped over it?
Probably not. It'll probably just like give him a bruise on his shin. If that
It's still there, but it's glowing.
It's glowing?
It's glowing green, yeah.
It's a glowing green box?
Yeah, everything I conjure glows green. So he probably knows where it's from.
They like one guy like gets up and like kicks the box.
Now it's gone.
It disappears.
Tonim is gonna look at Zin and just go, "You suck at that."
Well,
It's a very interesting tactic.
Yeah, that was
I gotta say, I
not.
would not have chose that.
No. No.
I
I've
feel
never
like
done
it
this
went
before, and
perfect.
I wouldn't have done that.
I feel like it went perfect, honestly.
You have some more things to learn.
Honestly, you're probably right, but like I said, I don't think anything could have changed that.
So you guys got all this hustle and bustle around.
Better now.
Franklin is tiny spider on the follow.
Yes, I want to follow the people.
Okay. Yeah, you can follow
The
him.
guys that we were just talking to.
Sure. Yeah, you follow him. How long can you stay in your wild shape again?
2 hours.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you make your way. It looks like they're just reinforcing everything, making sure everything's good to go. It looks like there's probably about a couple dozen individuals with these 5 wagons. Looks like they've got teamsters, they've got people that are going to walk beside. It looks like some guys are getting like suited up in some leather armor and things like that. Gonna take the guard role. Looks like they've got pretty much everybody secured.
Does anybody look like they're clearly in charge?
The guy with the handlebar mustache looks like he's, as you're like sitting around for a while, he looks like he's the one that's kind of going around doing a final inspection, making sure things are squared away. But like I said, he doesn't really look much different from the rest, other than he's got like, seems like he has the power to be able to tell people what to do.
Okay, I will follow him in particular and just hitch a ride for a while and see if any information I could find out off of him.
Okay.
That we can use to our favor.
Sure thing. You got it. So you're going to crawl up onto the wagon that he makes his way into.
Mm-hmm.
And get yourself all settled in. These wagons...
I'm probably going to like tuck into one of his articles of clothing or something.
These wagons are really... They're kind of like just... Imagine like the bed of a truck. Like they're not really... Like they're not covered or anything. So there's like a bench in the front where like the teamster drivers and things like that would sit. Seems like a lot of people like sit even on the boxes on the back of the wagons and stuff. Doesn't look like these are like old Western style covered wagons even. Like they're just kind of open to the elements. You make your way in.
Does it look like they're coming, like they've already came through the city, or are they going through the city to the other gate?
They're going to go north. They're going to travel.
Okay, so they've
north.
already came through the city then?
It seems like all their wares have been brought through the city and have been boxed up and are basically they're finishing up load and they're going to be getting ready to leave here within the next little bit.
Well, after give it like 5-10 minutes after they walked away, I'm gonna try and find my way back to the individual that we were talking to. Just me.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you make your way. He seems to be kneeled down, double checking some work from his employees as they were getting a wagon pretty much knocked off of what looks to be like a jack that they were using to hold the wagon up to get the wheel on. Hey, Dusk.
Well, no, I mean, I'm gonna go try and find the guy that Zen was talking to from the caravan.
The first guy or the
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you walk up to him by yourself. Okay.
Excuse me. I'm sorry about that earlier.
What do you want?
Well, my name's Dusk. I'm trying to train some individuals in the art of being able to try and obtain jobs without my help. I am sorry he is not the individual you talked to earlier is still a little new to it, the whole talking to other people.
I wouldn't say he's new. He's like infantile. I mean, who comes and says they want to work for free? No one works for free here.
Yeah, I wouldn't hire anybody that wanted to work for free either. That is not the case. We are a capable group of adventurers. We have guarded multiple caravans. I've never have let anything happen to any of the caravans we've guarded before.
Listen. I will stop you.
We are trying to travel.
I will stop you there. I will stop you there. Look at this. Do you see these individuals? And he points to all these people like getting set up. We too are capable of doing our own work. We will be fine. If you would like to train your individuals on acquiring work, there are several other merchants and caravans awaiting. I don't think your friend is going to get any more employment.
Well, how about you just
and hopefully,
see what we can do first?
Hopefully that's not a reflection of his teacher. As he throws some shade at Dusk.
Dusk gonna get mad.
Can any of your present company do this? I'm gonna grab a very small pebble off the ground.
Okay.
Can you throw this as high as you can? And as far, you can throw in any direction you want.
Why?
I just want to show you some of the things that you would be obtaining from letting us help you get to the place you're wanting to go. We are just also trying to go north. So it would just be mutual beneficial, and we would do it for what is the going rate again for the travel for DM?
Basis,
I forget.
usually like the base is 2 gold pieces a day for trained individuals. It's 1 gold piece a day for people who don't really have a lot of training and are just kind of new. And like on a rare occasion, you'll get like 3 gold pieces or more per day.
Okay.
It depends on who's hiring you and how deep their wallet is.
Now, set aside their ability to speak to people. They are very talented in their fields of study. But like I said, throw that as high as you can in any direction you want. And you tell me if one of your individuals can do this.
As high as I can in any direction that I want.
Yeah. I take out my bow.
Right. Now, after this is over, do you promise to go away?
Yes, I do.
Okay, fantastic. He reaches back and tosses it up, like just really high, almost like directly above your head.
I quickly draw one of my 2 arrows from my quiver, and I am going to shoot the pebble out of the sky with a seeking arrow.
Okay.
So it just goes
hits.
straight, whatever, it just hits.
It just hits. Okay. So it basically arcs its way and curves, and it actually turns to the right a little bit, finding itself, and it connects to the pebble, breaks a little bit of the bits off of the pebble, and the pebble and arrow basically stick back and fall to the ground. You hear somebody call out, "Hey, that almost hit me!" As the arrow like sticks into the ground beside somebody.
You're fine. That wasn't going to hit you.
So you're a good
So
shot.
you see,
Yeah.
we are very capable at our job. We would be a very big help.
That's nice and all. But do you see that guy over there? And he kind of directs his attention towards that guy with the handlebar mustache. He ain't gonna hire you.
All right, then. Well, good luck on your journey, then.
Good luck to you. And your training of your individuals on gaining employment.
Well,
good luck.
I will walk back to them.
I saw him say no to your seeking arrow, and honestly, I don't know how he did that. I can catapult a rock into his wheel. They'll lose one of their cards.
I'm just gonna walk back and get out of earshot of anybody.
Okay.
I think our only choice here is to kind of tail them from a distance, since they definitely aren't looking for any. I think we've definitely found the caravan that we were looking for.
So you're telling me it's a stealth mission?
More than likely.
I love stealth missions. I'm down.
All right. Let's just hope Franklin does not do anything that is going to cause any issues.
Todd, also, I just feel like it's necessary for me to tell you, Tottenham, I did not mean what I was saying about you. I was just, I was just lying.
Oh, I'm well aware.
Okay. Just making
I
sure.
assumed you wouldn't say that after I gave you a spell book.
Yes. Yes.
As you guys are having this conversation away from people, you see there is another group of people that are kind of coming around and being really flamboyant. There's 4 individuals. They look like your cliche D&D party. They look like...
Do we have rivals?
They look like a male human fighter, a female ranger with a bow like slung over her back, a female halfling rogue that seems to be coming back wearing kind of all black leathers and stuff with daggers like strapped to her boots, and you see this cliche wizard wearing these blue robes with gold stars on it, and this wizard hat and the cliche beard that drops down, and they're coming in. They look like they're walking in confidently, and they're starting to talk to all these merchants and stuff. and the merchants, like you can see they're talking back. You can't hear everything that they're saying, but it looks like these guys are looking for employment as well, to do some guard work on the caravan. And they're just being really showy about it. Like, it's kind of like if their charisma right now was their resume, like it would be stunning as they come around. You can hear like them saying some of their accolades, how they saved a village from being attacked by a goblin horde, and how like one time this terrible saber-toothed tiger went rampaging through one village and they were able to stop it, and now it's like it's their rug in their dining room. They've made it into their rug, and they're just being super showy.
See, I'll turn to them. See, and that's how you draw attention and more than likely die.
Can I roll perception to see if I can tell if they're lying?
You can roll insight.
Or insight, sure.
Yeah, sure.
That works too.
Absolutely.
20.
Wow.
I'm playing his skills right now.
Most adventuring parties don't behave this way. What Dusk said is probably pretty correct. You're basically setting yourself up for failure and disaster when you do this. And you could swear that the wizard's beard, you can almost see like a little rope under the corner of it, like how whenever you go to the mall and you see Santa Claus. You don't think the beard is real.
That is just a sad show. Everyone knows that magic is better in subtlety until it is unleashed.
Well, I guess we're gonna wait for Franklin to return.
Also, next time we talk to people, can I do the talking? I'm charismatic as fuck.
I mean, if you think you can accomplish it, then sure.
I've literally spent my life learning how to talk to people. It's kind of the only thing my family would let me do for a very long time.
Whatever you say, bookkeeper, I'll believe it when I see it.
Tonim is just gonna give you this like sickly sweet smile. And the thing is, he has like horns, so it's slightly scary because I think his eyes are just like can kind of take on a little bit of a draconic glint to them.
A little fiery glare in there.
Yeah. It's probably mildly unsettling. Not majorly unsettling, but mildly unsettling.
I mean, due to Zin's past, it probably doesn't scare him all that much.
And he's not trying to scare you. He's just, he has his ways.
Franklin, as you're kind of listening in on this wagon, you don't really hear anything other than like preparation orders being made, and he starts addressing to some of the others, and it looks like the other caravans are getting settled in with their guards. They're going to wait just a few minutes before they pull out to make sure that everybody has their guards. It seems like he's actually waiting for the other groups to get equipped and ready to go. Caravans like this that are traveling far distances tend to want to have as many people traveling with them, because that adds additional guards to the group and safety in numbers. But other than that, you don't really glean too much other information from him. It seems like he's just in a hurry to get things settled and get this caravan on the road.
Okay, is there the lead wagon?
Yeah.
I would like to search through that, see like the book logs or anything like that.
Looking for book logs on the lead wagon?
Yeah, his logs, notes, anything like that.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check with your spider form as you're kind of snooping around there.
Let's see. Okay, well, it is stealth at +4.
Okay, a 14. So you're sneaking around. You don't really find any logs or anything. It doesn't look like there's like any books or anything that would be like just indicating anything of what is on this caravan or anything. Like it's not like there's no logbook at all. There are a lot of boxes in crates and stuff put on the back.
Okay, I guess if there's nothing, I'll walk away.
Okay. You lead your way back to the group, who are kind of waiting to see what you have to report.
I will shift back into form, and I'll be like, there was nothing I find.
Well, good job trying to find some information out. Tonum, you said that you good with talking with people.
Generally, yes.
How about you try and get us on as guards of one of the other caravans that are traveling with this one?
Yeah, why don't you try Happy Guy? Maybe Happy Guy will be nicer.
Is he going the same direction?
Appears to be.
We were told so.
Yeah, these guys all seem to be loading up, trying to leave together. You can see that the other adventuring party has made their way, and they're talking to the dwarf, who's the cart right behind the ones that you guys have been talking to. And the dwarf is looking mighty excited as the male human fighter seems to be going, "Oh, you made such a wise decision, having us as part of your guarding party. We will keep you well protected, and you will be filthy rich once you reach your destination." Oh, it's so good. So good to be back in business.
Tonum is gonna look at Dusk and say, should we try and stick them, or should I go with Smiley Guy?
I really think that's up to you. I mean, probably don't make a big scene would be wise.
Fair enough.
So maybe just go for someone else.
Alright, he will go over to Smiley Guy.
Okay.
What was Smiley Guy again?
Samardog the Hoper.
And what race?
Samardag, excuse me. He's human.
Okay.
Pretty average build.
Excuse me, sir. I was wondering if you were still looking for any guards for your character.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, my friend. What is your name?
My name is Tonum.
Tonum, it is so nice to meet you. The sky is just beautiful today, isn't it? And you take a moment to look up the
marvelous.
Sky. It's an overcast day. It looks like it's gonna rain.
Yeah. Seems the perfect day to be sitting with a book.
Oh, absolutely. It's gonna be a great day.
I think it will be. I happen to have myself and 3 other able-bodied members of my group who are looking for a caravan to hire on.
Well, that's perfect, because I'm looking for the same. I'm looking for you and your able-bodied companions. This is perfect. Oh, the day has just gotten so much better. How much do you normally charge?
Well, it depends on how dangerous the route is going to be. Say 2 gold.
How about I do you one better? How about 3 gold pieces a day for each of you? And you know what? I'll even give you 30 gold the first 10 day up front. How does that sound?
What the fuck?
Makes me think perhaps we're transporting something that shouldn't be questioned.
Do you say that to him?
Yeah.
He looks at you, he's like, Oh, and I mean, if you'd like to look at my wares, I mean, I'm willing to show you. It's just, it's pretty fine porcelain.
Not at
I
all.
mean,
That's
it's intricate and detailed.
so it needs a delicate touch, is what you're saying.
Absolutely, absolutely. It definitely needs well guarded. If we hit even the largest pothole on our trip, it could be dangerous for my wares.
Well, you happen to be in luck, sir, as one among my number has made quite a name for himself in mending anything that is damaged.
Really?
It's so perfect.
This day has gotten so good. You have someone that can fix any of my broken wares?
And he will do it without question nor ask for payment.
I will.
It can honestly get a bit annoying.
I will probably pay him anyway. Like, that's fantastic. This is a perfect fit. What?
Seems to be.
Oh, well, have your companions come over. I'll get my gold pieces ready. And he goes and starts like shuffling through. He looks over. He's got like a halfling who's kind of getting ready to like drive the wagon basically, and he's like reaching over, kind of getting things ready, talking to this guy. Hand me my coin pouch over there. I need to pay these wonderful people. Oh my goodness.
I will motion for the rest of the group to come over.
Okay.
I'll walk up.
Yep.
He's
walk over.
He's super
I
excited.
walk over too.
As you guys walk up, he almost runs to all of you and just dumps 30 gold into your hands. I'm so glad to have you all.
And
30 gold for each of us, or 30 gold for the group?
30 for each.
For
Each.
Okay.
I'm going to motion to Franklin and say, Franklin, this gentleman would be happy to have you mend anything that gets damaged along the way. He is particularly excited for your set of skills.
Oh, yes.
Mending the wagon.
You mending the wagon? Oh, this is fun. Hey, I did have this piece. This piece that did break.
It's fixed.
He gets this little. He has a ceramic spout and a ceramic tea kettle that the spout had broken off of, and just like that, just the spout is back on the tea. Oh, this is perfect. You are perfect. Oh, he like almost like reaches out and like touches your face with both hands.
I wouldn't stop him.
I'm just going to give another shit-eating grin to Zin. just for fun.
I'm very confused. I also don't like this person.
Oh, this is so great. I'm so glad that you are all employed under my steed. This is fantastic. I can't believe it. Oh, wow. This day, man. He looks up at the overcast sky. Such a good day.
Well, I'm glad to be of service. Gonna give it a small bow.
Ah. He bows back. He's like, what a pleasure. What a pleasure. Oh, he looks ahead. Oh, it appears that the caravan's getting ready to move out. Oh, you have horses. Even better.
Yes, we do.
Boy, the gods have shined upon me this day. It's going to be a great, great journey.
I hope it is.
And that's where we're going to end our episode for tonight, guys.
All right.
I went a little bit later because I knew Christy had said that Mystic Hour was going to be off tonight, so I figured we'd get to a good point where at least you guys got hired on to a caravan, so we knew where we were headed for next week. All right, guys. We are going to call it an end to our episode tonight, but make sure that you guys check out our streaming schedule that we've got on our Twitch channel, and also follow us at @ProfBonus at Twitter for all announcements and things of that nature. We've got a lot going on this week. We've got Storm King's Thunder returning. We've got Dirty 20. I think we've got Insight Check back on Saturday night, possibly.
should be.
Yes, yes,
Excellent.
yes.
So
Last weekend we weren't here because of me, I think. So.
Yeah, we've got a lot going on this weekend. Pretty much all of our shows are running this weekend, so make sure you guys tune in, hang out with us there. We will be back here next week, next Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time to see how this caravan ride goes, as they're basically hired on by Mr. Smiles, who's ecstatic at who he has employed to be beside him. So we'll find out what happens to our group next time as they start their journey back north towards Waterdeep. So you guys have a wonderful evening, and don't forget to add that proficiency bonus. We'll see you all soon. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.